for a long-term deal. But my official prediction will be it's so hard. I'm gonna go Jinder Mahal. Because why not? Orton's basically at that part-time level right now. I don't see him being the type to stay around for the WrestleMania, or for a lot after WrestleMania. I think they had him win the belt because it is WrestleMania season coming up, and they wanted to have a bigger name on the card as well, as Randy Orton is. And it's better that he's holding the United States title, and whomever wins will, if they beat him for the belt, it'll look good for them. Since Mahal already beat Orton for the WWE title, I wouldn't be surprised if Mahal won again. I'm going to go Jinder Mahal. Why the hell not? But I wouldn't be surprised if Rusev won because of the rumors that have been going around. And I would be absolutely stoked if Rusev were to come out on top for the U.S. title match. Intercontinental title match. New baby daddy, The Miz, and defending champion. Defending against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. You have two guys that go balls to the wall every time they wrestle, in Rollins and Balor. And you have the guy who's been around for a long time, rarely has missed time due to injury, filming movies, and now in this case, probably with the baby here, it's going to be a little bit of a different story. He might take some time off that way, which, with the work that he's put in as being a great Intercontinental champion, he even got an endorsement from former champion Jeff Jarrett at the Hall of Fame of that he's doing the IC title justice and he's doing it proud. I couldn't agree with Jeff Jarrett more. If Miz wins, I could see him losing it at the Raw after. However, for the sake of WrestleMania moments, everything, this match will be really good. I have no doubt about that. I will go with I'm gonna go with Finn Balor on this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins on this. Because it builds up to the point where he's like, well, I want to be the man again. I want to do, he wants to be a big part of the company and, be that guy. And when he failed to do so with the contenders match with the Elimination Chamber, now this is his chance. So I think Seth Rollins will get that chance as the Intercontinental Champion. And with the talent they have right now and how Rollins is, I think this will be a great way for everything to happen, and the fans will be happy that the Architect will be a champion once again. Especially with Roman. Well, I'm not going to get to that until later. Now let's move on to the Women's Championship matches here really quick. Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, controversy surrounding the way that they're going about this feud with Alexa fat-shaming Nia, where Nia's come out in interviews and said, I love it, this gimmick, and I love this because, in her way, she's empowering those who are not physically gifted in that way, of not being ideal woman type, I guess, for society, and, trying to show young girls out there or anybody out there that no matter what you look like, you could do whatever you want. So it's not a whole lot there to discuss other than, they were friends for a long time and now this is happening. I think Nia wins this match, has a WrestleMania moment, and honestly with the performances that Nia's had in many of these matches, the multi-women matches, the Royal Rumble, she's due. She's come really far from the time that she was in NXT to being a big favorite on the main roster, and she's definitely improved. And Alexa hasn't really done with the title much with the title since October, so now it's time to have somebody take it over and actually do something with it. And I think Nia's overdue. I think she'll win, have a WrestleMania moment. It's a good redemption or a good a feel-good moment for somebody that's been fat-shamed on TV for so long, even on the internet. So it'll be good. It'll be a validation that she, had made it. She's doing something right now. She'll be crowned champion. So I'm going with Nia Jax on that. The SmackDown Women's Championship. The Women's Royal Rumble winner, Asuka, taking on Charlotte Flair. Now, I'm really happy they went with this direction because, no offense to Alexa, she's a good talent. She's great on the microphone, but she's not like the best wrestler on either roster by any means. To have Asuka, who's so good, wrestle against Charlotte, who's become one of the better female wrestlers on any roster, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, NXT. This match has a lot of hype around it. First Women's Royal Rumble winner actually now is wrestling Charlotte. It's a big time WrestleMania match that both women deserve, and it will deliver. I feel it's going to be intense, and I feel that the person who walks out with the SmackDown Women's Championship at the end of WrestleMania will be Carmella. Yep, you heard me. Now, she'd be the ultimate heel if Asuka wins and she comes in, beats her briefly for the championship at WrestleMania, really after a brutal or a grueling match of what I'm assuming this is going to be. However, the backlash of it's going to be really something. The internet will break with WrestleMania. Like, how could you have Carmella, where I don't think she's that good either, have her win in a cheap way and break Asuka's undefeated streak and take away her moment by having this happen. Now, let's be fair here. When Carmella got the Money in the Bank, James Ellsworth won the match for her and just dropped the briefcase and gave it to her. That's how she won. And then they had a second one to validate, okay, a woman actually grabs it and has her moment on the SmackDown after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which was so stupid. So the women and her got screwed on that moment too. Asuka got screwed in her Royal Rumble moment by having Ronda Rousey come out and do her bullshit thing. And, it's still going to be a bullshit thing one way or the other. They're going to validate Carmella's bullshit Money in the Bank victory with bullshitting over Asuka and what she's done for not only women's wrestling and WWE as a whole, but have that streak and have it be broken. It would be appropriate, I guess, that a streak will be broken at the same building that the Undertaker's streak was broken at WrestleMania years past. At WrestleMania 30. But I really feel that Carmella will be the one walking out at WrestleMania as the champion. But if that doesn't happen and it's just a straight up, they give Asuka her moment and finally be like, okay, well, the first Women's Royal Rumble finally wins the Women's Championship and she'll have her moment at WrestleMania, all the pyro, everything. I think Asuka would win. Or if Carmella does cash in and, doesn't pin or submit Asuka, she'll just pin Charlotte, which in a way will still count as a loss for Asuka. But I don't know. I still feel Carmella's going to walk out of WrestleMania as the Women's Champion. But if that doesn't happen and they save for the SmackDown Live after that, she cashes in, which again another really stupid thing. But they could always have it that she doesn't successfully cash it in because it is Asuka. But anyway, if that doesn't happen, I think Asuka wins the SmackDown Women's title. This match, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have become the best heels of the company, as Sami is someone who's not traditionally a heel, again, from the time that he was Ring of Honor as El Generico to NXT, and it's not really in his nature. That he wins, or that he's like one of the best heels in the business. So this feud has gotten such legs, and Daniel Bryan being cleared to wrestle right before WrestleMania was such perfect timing, and it couldn't happen to a better guy that wants this more than anything. I think Owens and Zayn win just to play it that they're this is interesting. Sorry, just to get to the end of it, that Owens and Zayn will win, be reinstated SmackDown, and Shane McMahon takes the pin so that they don't really kill Bryan's momentum too much. And still allow Zayn and Owens to be on SmackDown. Because, I mean, let's be honest. I hope that they do the Raw Superstar the Superstar shake-up between Raw and SmackDown leading into Backlash. Or they could do it at Backlash. Because I wouldn't be surprised either if Zayn and Owens lost and then they wind up being on Raw anyway. But that roster's so stacked that they really need a shake-up to kind of make it a little bit even again so that, SmackDown has a fair chance. It'll be interesting to see what winds up going on with that, but I think Bryan and I think Owens and Zayn win that match. What I was commenting on before, because I'm interested to see what's going on with Undisputed Era since Bobby Fish is injured and everything. There's a picture NXT just posted on Instagram where it's WWE NXT, the official account. And it's Bobby Fish and crutches. I guess they're doing another Access event right now. And they have Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, the newest member, wearing the NXT Tag Team titles. So they're definitely doing the Freebird rule kind of thing, and they're having Strong be the champion in place of Bobby Fish until he gets back. It looks like. So that was interesting. That was a little bit interesting. I'm sorry. Let's see. The big story. Does Undertaker answer Cena's challenge? I don't want to see it. Undertaker retired last year at WrestleMania in a perfect way. They really shouldn't. They really shouldn't have this happen, to be honest. But it's going to happen based on the booklet and everything. I wouldn't mind seeing during the middle of the show Cena gets pissed off watching his fan, calls out Undertaker again, and Samoa Joe comes out and challenges Cena, which is kind of what they wanted to do in the first place, I believe. I would like to see that. Not many people would, but I want to see Undertaker enjoy retirement and not come back. So, and then you're ruining the moment that happened last year at WrestleMania, But it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But now the story will be, will Undertaker indeed come back, especially with Kid Rock being in the Hall of Fame. He can play him out to American Badass. And then we get the American Badass gimmick since the Undertaker gimmick, the Dead Man gimmick, was retired.